So tell us about the operation. What happened?
Well, basically, Shahan, within just a few hours, we saw more people getting arrested. And this was also because of breaking a lot of the law. From what we understand, some of them didn't have number plates, some of them didn't have documentation to be in the country. There were others who were driving cars that didn't have documentation also to be in the country. And now, so the police were basically looking in terms of compliance to check if these people are complying. So that's how some people got arrested. Well, we did see one of them also run away, Shahan, which was quite interesting because there was a bit of a chase there between the police and the person that ran away, which we believe that he was one of the undocumented people that were passing on the R82. Now, we do understand that on the R82, that leads into the industrial parts of Sedibeng. So it's a very busy road. And as a result, there's a lot that happens there, as we heard from the district, police. And she was saying that essentially there's a lot that they have to deal with. And sometimes they have to see drugs. They have to stop people and find drugs in their cars. And drugs are being transported into Sedibeng. So what we then moved from the R22 to, we moved to some of the places where they raided and they were looking for compliance in terms of regulations and also in terms of drugs, if there were places that were dealing drugs. And that's where we found ourselves in some of the areas where they were suspected to be brothels. Luckily, we didn't find anyone there in terms of anyone who was working, but we did understand that this is something that the police will be putting a keen eye on. And also we found an area where there was basically a plantation in terms of dacha, which was seen to be illegal as well, in a building that was already illegally occupied. So quite an interesting time. But the Elias Mawela just saying to us that the commissioner saying to us that this operation has been going so well and that they are seeing more and more people being arrested, but something that they are committing to be doing more of, as other parts of the province we're also doing the same. But let's listen in because I did put up a report. No room to hide. On Tuesday, the South African Police Services, Home Affairs, SARS, Gauteng traffic officials and Community Safety Department were clamping down on lawbreakers on one of the busiest roads in the province, the R82, which links Sedibeng to Johannesburg. One of the operation's targets was an area where drug dealing was suspected. At an old Vereniging hospital, authorities found a garden with dacha. Once confiscated, it filled 3 vans. Officers also looked into complaints that a VIP lounge was being used as a brothel. And they went to a local taxi rank to look at compliance with the adjusted lockdown level 3 regulations.
We are making sure that the most wanted people, we've got also our most wanted list. We are finding out that some of them are using these routes, that we make sure that we check on them and we arrest them.
3 foreign registered vehicles were taken in by customs because those drivers, they didn't have the temporary import permit as required by the law. And then immigration, they've just told me that they've taken in more than 55 undocumented people. So they're busy processing those ones. And over and above that, there was a specific address. It was an intelligence-led operation. They went there, a small team. They've arrested an individual for dealing in drugs.
Those arrested will appear in the Vereniging Magistrate Court on Monday. After thorough checks, undocumented migrants will be deported. Mobile Madala, Vereniging in Gauteng.